Aim is the most important skill in Apex Legends. If you want to take your aim to the next level, stay tuned. What's going on, guys? Rob Plays here. Welcome to video 1 of my aim training series. In this video, I'm going to get you set up with my latest and greatest aim training program. Then as this series progresses, I'll have videos on assessment, training specific skills, the theory and technicalities behind aim training, console-specific aim training, etc. I'll also be doing periodic check-ins to show you how my own aim training is going and my data. Many more videos to come, so on to the program. My goal with this program was to give you a great starting point for controller aim training, whether you're a rote beginner or an advanced player. Now, why should you aim train? There are a host of skills that you can work on in Apex Legends. Your positioning, team play, rotations, decision making. But no skill is as important as aim. And everyone has tried aim training before, but let's be honest. Aim training is like starting a workout program. You go hard in the gym for a week or two, but then you get bored or you lose motivation and you quit. Well, just like working out, you need to be consistent in your aim training if you expect to see long-term gains. Consistency is the name of the game. If you can, it's best to aim train at least a few times a week, every week, year-round. When making this program, here are some of the variables that I had to consider to raise compliance while maintaining efficacy. First, keep your aim training to a frequency you can tolerate. This program is only 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The exact days don't matter. Monday, Wednesday, Friday works best for me. Push it around however you work best for you. Next, each training day needs to be of a sufficient stimulus volume to drive an adaptation. At 3 days per week, I wager 20 to 30 minutes per aim training session should be plenty. Next, you have to avoid staleness. Aim training gets boring. A training program needs variety and flexibility. This program uses 2 separate routines that you alternate in a floating split, and for days you're just not feeling it, you can always sub in other activities, but more on that later. Then finally, a good training program manages fatigue. Consistent balls-to-the-wall aim training comes with fatigue. This could be mental fatigue from the constant sympathetic drive involved in intense reaction speed activities, or physical fatigue, actual muscle soreness and joint pain from frequent fast-moving aim tasks. This program alternates between a low day with slower, more precise aim tasks and a high day with faster and more intense aim tasks. Make sure you consider these variables: frequency, stimulus volume, staleness, and fatigue management in any aim training program you do. To find the program in Aim Labs, first you're going to want to go to Play up at the top, then click Training, go to the search bar and search RPTM, and there you'll find RPTM Starter Program Routine 1 and Routine 2. Before you start playing, add them to your favorites. This makes it so you don't need to go search for the routine every time you play. Just click play, go to training, tab to the favorites on the left side, and they'll be there. Now all you'll do is alternate your routine every training day. So let's say you start on Monday, play the low day. Then Wednesday, play the high day. Friday, low day. Monday, high day. Just alternate back and forth every training day. And every day after you're done, boot up R5 Reloaded and play 10 minutes of 1v1s. This way you get in your general aim training, then round each day off with more specific Apex Legends training. If you're a console player, your best bet would be to get access to a computer for the aim training alone, but if you can't do that, stick around and I'll have an aim training video for you in the coming weeks. Routine 1 is your quote-unquote low day, where the goal is to work on precision and timing without building up much fatigue. It's essentially an easy day, but it's not so easy that it's a waste of your time. You start by warming up with line trace, and here your aim is to stay within the lines as much as possible. Don't worry about speed or setting PRs, take your time and really feel out your motor abilities as much as possible. Next, you'll slowly ramp the speed in grid shot and multi-shot. By this point, you're fully warmed up and trying to set personal records. Same goes for micro shot, albeit with extra focus on precision. Then you get a quick break with multi-line trace, You can slow down again, focus on staying within the lines, then you're right back in it. This time with a timing shot, which works your brain a little harder and pushes your focus. Then you finish it off with the most demanding tasks of the day, motion shot and strafe shot. Those are the 8 tasks, and each task is repeated once right after you play it, so it's a 16-minute routine, and this is all built into the playlist. Then, after you're done with the full routine, log out and hop into R5 Reloaded for 10 minutes of 1v1s. That's the full training day. The whole thing should take you about 30 minutes. A few days later, you'll switch to day 2. This is your quote-unquote high day. It's a much more intense and fatiguing training session with extra focus on tracking, which of course, Apex being a long TTK game, tracking is the crux of Apex aim skill. In this routine, you start with line trace again to warm up your hands. Then you move on to detection to warm up your reflexes and attention span as much as possible. Next, it's micro shot speed for rote micro adjustments. Then strafe shot, an easier strafe task. Then you get a short break with multi-line trace before jumping right into spider shot for large magnitude flicks. Then you finish up with strafe track and VT control strafes for full-on strafe practice. Once again, every task repeats itself once after you complete it, making this routine a total of about 16 minutes. Then when you're done, go right into 10 minutes of R5 1v1s. And that's it. You're done with training for the day. The next time you play, switch it back to the low day. You'll continue to alternate perpetually 3 days a week and just continue to break your own personal records over time. Now, we all have them. There are always days that you don't feel like aim training, you're bored of it, or your hands feel beat up. Well, if that happens, I recommend you still train, but sub in your own activities. Skip that whole day's routine and use a community playlist, or make your own training day, or play a full day of R5, train movement in the firing range, anything to keep you in the workshop progressing. I'd recommend you still do both the low and the high day at least once per week to ensure that you're doing some tried and tested aim training, but you can be creative from there. And if you come to a point where you just can't do it, you can't get yourself to devote 30 minutes 3 days a week, drop down to 2 or 1 sessions per week. Some aim training is better than no aim training. If you can chain 52 weeks of aim training in a row, you will be a better gamer, and when Apex is done someday and you move on to the next game, you'll bring that enhanced mechanical skill with you. Alright guys, that's the video. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Real talk, something like 2% of my viewers are subscribed, so please guys, help support the channel. Any likes, subs, and comments help the algorithm. If you like this kind of content, stick around. I'll have plenty more aim training videos to come. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!